greenhouse update. We have moved things around. And here is an area where I've hung a lot of orchids. They seem to like it here. They get some of the water from the misting system. These metanilias are loving it here. I hope this is a bloom, but I'm not sure. I think it is. It doesn't look like leaves. So, let's pray. And then the Hoya is in full bloom again. And then we have Papa Buddha. We had to turn Papa Buddha earlier. He has gotten so large. This is how much he's grown this year. From here all the way out to the end. He's very large. It is a Jatropha. It's very odd. It's bulbous. And this Hoya, I think it's probably going to bloom again soon too. It's got a lot of new growth here. There's a tendril that's going up into the window. It's large. Here are the baby Buddhas. There's one. There's one. And then there's one. Here's another Vanda orchid. This is the night blooming Ceres. And here's another night blooming Ceres. It's a different variety though. I'm not sure what the differences are. I know this is the one that stretches out in long arms, where this is the one that is more, I guess I should say compact, but I'm using that word in a non-technical term. Here are the Rex begonias. I found an area where the Rex begonias really like the lighting and they like the misting system. So I've left them here in congregate. This one is struggling. I don't know what happened. There's one over there on the shelf too that's struggling a little bit. It's going to be okay, I think. And here are all the orchids, which I struggled to find their spot, but I finally found them. And let me get around here and show you the tomatoes. We had to string them up because they were so large. They're growing toward the sunlight. They're huge. Here's some Creeping Charlie that I just broke off the one in the hanging pot. And it has just taken over completely. Oh, the light went out. There is the Creeping Charlie in the hanging pot. It shadows the Rex begonia cuttings that I have, and another Rex begonia in the window, prayer plant, an orchid microchip. And then you have these tomatoes that are huge. The clerodendron that's in the corner. The light went out over here too. There. There's a huge tomato plant in the clerodendron. And there's a begonia back there. It's very cool. Not sure what it's called. And then here is a cutting that Cliff took off of one of his tomato plants and then planted it. It's already got blooms. And then here's the haul of tomato plants. They're huge. But they all have tomatoes on them. So. And here's another creeping Charlie, which is cuttings from the original hanging basket. There's a Phalaenopsis, another Hoya, a Vanda, a Schefflera. I have an orchid down here that's got a bloom on it. A bloom spike, rather. And I'm not sure what it is. Let's see. It is Fantastic Bob Henley.
Did you show you that Hoya?
I did not show the new Hoya. I bypassed it. I have a new Hoya that my friend Linda gave me. And it has new growth here, here, and at the very tip here. Also here, since I potted it. I think it likes it there. Oh, there's the other Rex begonia. It's grown tremendously. And back this way, where we were. Here's the chocolate orchid that I hope blooms soon.
We've lost the seed pod.
Of what? Of Buddha?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, maybe it'll come up. You know, there was one that came up in the pot, remember? The seed pods on the Jatropha's
Explode.
they're in these pods, and there's how many in each pod?
3.
They're in these little chambers. There's 3. And when they pop, they sound like a BB gun going off. And they just disperse a long ways away. And one of them happened to have landed in the pot somehow. And it had grown.
And we have 3 more seeds out here somewhere.
Oh, there's quite a few. This Hoya smells so good. Look at the nectar that's on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. And this Hoya over here, it has a bloom too. The Hindu rope Hoya has not got a bloom on it, but it's got a lot of new growth. Along with these 2 new ones that I have. They have grown tremendously too. The Hoyas just like this greenhouse. They like the humidity and they like the heat. It's about 94 degrees during the day if they're in the shade. Now if they're in the sun, which they don't like the sun, none of them, well, this one over here gets some sun in the evening, but it's for a very short period of time. But it gets quite a bit of the mist from the misting system up there too, along with this one also. Well, that completes the tour of the greenhouse. The bird is still alive. We'll check back on it later. All right. And that is an update of the greenhouse. Shall